Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
So a couple of years ago, I kind of went into this rabbit hole, if you will, of research for a project, and it got me obsessed with things that took my mind to a less than positive place, I guess. So it was fun to think about.
Well, you chose to go to a less than positive place.
I went there.
No circumstance actually takes you there. You choose to go there based on your belief system.
Do you have thoughts on human beings who let their minds drift to conspiracies all the time, and whether or not the presidential figure at the time
is... It's what I just said. If you are embedded with a negative belief system, you will gravitate towards seeing everything in life through negative lenses. Remember that all of these are real realities. You get the experience you focus on. So those that have the belief system that think that there are conspiracies around every corner will experience conspiracies around every corner. That's the version of Earth they will experience. We're not saying there are no such things as conspiracies. Of course there are, because conspiracies themselves are usually the product of negative belief systems in the way that you typically refer to conspiracies on your planet. Of course, anytime anyone gets together with anyone else and goes in a similar direction or discusses something of a similar content, technically speaking, that's a conspiracy. Conspiration, co-spire, breathe together. Anyone that is doing anything with someone else that is the same thing is conspiring with them in the neutral sense of the word. But we understand the way that people on your planet typically use the word conspiracy. It usually is given a negative context. But again, the idea is that people who have fear-based belief systems will see conspiracies under every rock, and they'll experience the result of that. What do you prefer? So, if you don't prefer to experience that, have a positive-based belief system, and even though you might observe that there might actually be a conspiracy somewhere, or you might observe that someone else is saying there are conspiracies everywhere, that doesn't mean that any so-called conspiracies will affect your life in any particular way at all, because you'll be on a different frequency, you'll be on a different wavelength, and whatever it is their intention is will simply have no ability to affect you in any negative way. So it's your choice.
There are no negative entities on this planet that you're aware of that...
Of course there are many entities on your planet that are negatively oriented, but so what? What's that got to do with the life that you choose to experience? Why not simply exist on a wavelength that will make whatever it is they're doing completely ineffectual for you? So in that sense, you won't care whether there are negative entities here or there or anywhere, because they'll simply have no effect on you. Do you understand? The more you focus on the idea that there are negative entities, the more you become negatively oriented. In fact, that's actually what they rely on. Do you understand? That's the trick. The idea is that they want you to think they're more powerful than they are. And their power comes from getting you to believe they're more powerful than they are. So you give over your power. And thus, you are succumbing to the negative idea that they're perpetuating. But they don't really have more power than you do. They just want you to believe that they do. And when you believe that they do, then they do, because you give it to them. So don't fall for the trick. Don't get caught up in the idea that there may be negative entities. Of course there are. But so what? What's that got to do with the life you're going to experience?
Nothing.
Well, then, why bring it up?
Thank you.
Thank you.